r/adulting. Hoax Pudding Cup says, how do you cope with the thought of dying? I don't know why, and I'm trying to get back into therapy, but it's a bit booked. But how do people cope with the thought of death? I keep having panic attacks at night, no matter how much I try not to think about it. Not much helps and I can't seem to distract myself. What do I do here? Like, how do you accept that one day you just aren't here anymore? Nuani says, I struggled with this for a long time. Constant panic about the thought of death and the concept of non-existence, to the extent that my shoulders were almost permanently upwards and aching from the anxiety. It's been 2 years since, and I've had a complete shift in the way I look at it. Life has its beauty, but nothing about it is easy. It's a constant chase, test, fight for good, vs evil, and survival. There will come a time when we'll get a rest from it all. It's natural to be afraid of what we don't understand, but for the first time in my life I just have this deep belief that we will not see the peace we are yearning for in this life. I believe this life was always meant to be the hardest thing we ever went through, and I've learned to see the beauty in the idea of genuinely resting in peace at the end of it. Fk Creed says, the older you get, the more you realize more things and your mindset shifts. You grow as a person. Things are temporary. Being scared is temporary. We have no idea what's going to happen when we die. But there's a reason they say make the most out of it. Edit. Man, you just gotta love yourself. The minute you realize all your priorities are on the line and you have a person that can be your reflection, but just being and letting yourself loose is great. 97 Vi says, I'm psyched about it. Curly Carrot says, little bit same, I feel like an old soul. Like I've died so many times before that I don't fear it. Cold War Vet 90 says, I can't prevent it. It'll happen. I can do either of two things, worry about it and achieve nothing, since I can't prevent it, or live my life. Decent Host 4983 says, I have actually died, or at least come close to it, and it was completely fine. Completely peaceful at first, and the deranged, sublime experience that followed convinced me it is not the end. I have zero fear of death now, any more than I fear waking from my dreams every morning. The only constructive advice I can give a healthy young person who has never died is to look into Buddhism and the concept of Maya, the philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer, and DMT experiencer reports, and to get into meditation. Costa 723 says, honestly, I only think about it late at night. Then it freaks me out. UMK3 Run Button says, the Epicurean way. It'll happen. I won't feel or notice anything but sudden void of consciousness, like a dream. Forgetting everything, not even having a mind to forget. Infinite calm. Thinking too much about it takes away from enjoying what you can in life. Alpinacorn says, death is as much a part of life as living is. All things die, nothing is immortal. I've known people one way when they were alive and another way after they died. I imagine when I die it'll be that way for the people I know. What kills you may be foreseen or not. You could be hit by a car tomorrow and that's it. So live. Experience it for what it is and know that death will come for you as it does every living thing. Infamausmator 7064 says, I get extremely sad when I think of my parents dying. When the day comes, I don't know how I will cope. They're both 63, meaning they've lived over half their lives, and that makes me really I'm sad. Canary Umbrella says, I'm older. Worrying about death in my experience decreases with age. I also see death as an opportunity. Life is short and best spent being kind to others. Dat Magnum says, I'm not really afraid of dying, more of the transition. Don't want to suffer, but once I cross the abyss, what does it matter? The way I think of it is that I wasn't here for all of those millennia before I was born, and so it will be after I'm gone. I'm not too old, 50s, and figure I have another 25 to 30 years, if I'm lucky. If I can see all of my grandchildren born and get to know them a little, it will be a life well lived, and I'll die happy. The Pietist says, this is why religion is so popular, my guy. FunMud2100 says, haven't fully beat it yet, but for me, when I'm actually living my life, that's when I care the least. But when I'm just chilling at home all day not doing shit, I work from home and have a lot of free time to ruminate, that's when it hits me. I'm learning to be more accepting, but it definitely still gets to me. A lot less than it used to though. r/adulting. Worst Nita May says, I have no friends, I'm so lonely. 22F, the only time I get out of the house is to go to work. It's down the block from where I live, so I walk there to and from every day, since I don't have a car. I'm currently saving up for one and am hoping to have one by the end of the summer, but I'm I'm lonely. I know I need to do things outside of work to meet people, but I don't even know where to start. I fear I'm not a likable person, nor am I relatable. I had quite a traumatic childhood and my life has been super chaotic. I don't know how to talk to people. I scare them away when I trauma dump, and I don't know how to stop or what normal people talk about, and I feel like such a I'm loser. I just wish I had a car and friends. I wish I could relate to people my age and enjoy my youth, but my teen years and early 20s have been filled with traumatic events, hospital stays due to my constant suicidal ideation, depressive episodes and therapy. Also, just learning how to survive. I've survived all the traumatic shit and the abuse. My life is not bad, but it's not great either, it's just really boring. I have nothing to look forward to. I literally don't have plans for anything outside of work, because people do not invite me out. My phone is constantly dry. I hate social media, I can't relate to anyone on there either. I've attempted to reach out to the few acquaintances I do have, but everyone is busy with their own lives. IDK how to fill my time, since I don't live in a walkable town. I'm lucky enough I got a job that's down the block from where I live. I honestly have no idea what I would be doing for work if I didn't work there, because I don't have transportation at the moment. IDK am just really struggling, and any advice would be great. Thanks. Snkralias says, hey op, it gets better, I promise. Feel free to reach out if you need to, you're not alone. Not bad Cena 514 says, I have seen so many posts of people your age lately saying the same thing. Just know you are not alone. Even the seemingly popular people are having social issues right now. It's important to start doing things that bring you out of your comfort zones. Strike up conversations with your peers when you are out. Try to engage a bit more than you usually would. Get more comfortable with the idea of going places you normally wouldn't. There's a whole world out there waiting for you. Terabix says, my word. I deleted my last comment b/c, I feared it might sound insensitive. Then I checked your Reddit history. You truly aren't out of the woods yet. If you have Discord, my profile there is the same as my Reddit username. Please reach out. Dananinamanino says, join an adult enrichment class or volunteer. People there are usually not forced to go, they go to help out and kill some free time. It's not like a job where people gotta wake up and are forced to interact with others. You can also join things like D&D or card game clubs. People make friends there too. Optimal Mastodon 912 says, you should jump on a multiplayer game like Overwatch 2, and you can get used to talking to people in voice chat or Discord at your own pace with no pressure to talk. There's a few games out there where you talk to others, and you don't need an expensive PC to get started. Topic Glittering 6974 says, hey, I've felt like that and it's difficult. It takes time to build a social circle. What helped me was to organize things that I wanted to do and invite people. For example, I organized a volleyball game with different people I knew from different places. I have also joined groups where they organize outdoor activities and anyone can go. Definitely the most important thing is to expose yourself to situations that you think are challenging for you. We need challenges in life to achieve balance and equilibrium to feel at peace. Golden Motherfrick says, message me, I'm here for you, seriously you, I want to help. Wild Dad 2896 says, I've been the grinder too, I'm only 23, if you need someone to talk to just hit me up, if you feel like it, you'll make it, I thought I wouldn't ever. Welakedic says, this is going to get downvoted a lot, but you need to move to a big city. Don't do a super expensive one like New York or Labagest one you think you can survive in. Get roommates. Date an older man woman. Roll the dice a bit. Many people survive ordinary boring lives in small towns. I don't think you will. David021 says, what city are you in? Fellow troubled childhood person here. In La. You got this. You can make this work for you. Let's make you a plan. FatMax1492 says, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I feel like a lot of people are. Hang in there, it'll get better. Feel free to contact me if you'd like. King Oswin says, it gets better. Camo138 says, happy to chat. I know the feeling. Nortion Assessor says, Scotland anyone, I'm happy to chat. Affectionate End8457 says, hey op, first of all thank you for posting this. I think it is very brave to share and put into words your feelings, which some or many can relate. No, they are valid. Social media isn't real most of the times. People always post their highlights and never their struggles. Put yourself gradually out there. Do you have places where you can find like-minded people? I'm facing similar things and I just try to make my mind/brain busy with writing/gaming/anime or going for a walk. You're still so young, I'm sure things will be better. Feel free to reach out if you ever need. That's all for this video, thank you for watching, please subscribe.